Haribol. Let us see what message Krishna has for you today. You open somewhere to see what special Bhagavatam message we got for you. Because he's going home to his family today. Mahananda.
Canto 4, chapter 29, text 31, 32, 33.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
My Lord, due to your illusory energy, all living beings in this material world have forgotten their real constitutional position. And out of ignorance, they are always desirous of material happiness in the form of society, friendship, and love. Therefore, please, do not ask me to take some material benefit from you, but as a father, not waiting for the son's demand, does everything for the benefit of the son, please bestow upon me whatever you think best for me.
Haribo. Related to material desire.
Related to your request. So, Prabhupada says, it is a duty of the son to depend upon his father without asking anything from him. The good son has faith that the father knows best how to benefit him. Similarly, a pure devotee does not ask anything from the Lord for material benefit. Nor does he ask anything for spiritual benefit. The pure devotee is fully surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord. And the Lord takes charge of him, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 1866. Ahang tvang sarva papebhyo mokshayisyami. The father knows the necessity of the son and supplies them. And the Supreme Lord knows the necessity of the living entities and supplies them sumptuously. Therefore, the Ishopanishad states that everything in the material world is complete. Purnam idam. The difficulty is that due to forgetfulness, the living entities create unnecessarily demands and entangle themselves in material activities. The result is that there's no end to material activities, life after life. Before us, there are varieties of living entities, and everyone is entangled in transmigration and activities. Our duty is simply to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and let Him take charge, for He knows what is good for us. Prithu Maharaj, therefore, tells the Lord that, as the Supreme Father, he may elect to bestow whatever he considers beneficial for Prithu Maharaj. That is the perfect position of the living entity. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us in his Shikshastakam, Nadanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishvare pavatad bhakti raitu kitvai. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor have I any desire to enjoy beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your costless devotional service in my life, birth after birth. The conclusion is that the pure devotees should not aspire after any material benefit from devotional service, nor should he be enamored by fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. He should always be engaged favorably in the service of the Lord. That is the highest perfection of life. The next verse, Maitreya Uvacha, Iti adi rajena mata sa Vishvadrik. The great sage Maitreya continued by saying that the Lord, the seer of the universe, after hearing Prithu Maharaj's prayer, addressed the king, "My dear king, you always be blessed by engaging in my devotional service. Only by such purity of purpose as you yourself very intelligently express, can one cross over the insurmountable illusory energy of Maya." Purport by Srila Prabhupada. This is always confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, wherein the Lord also claims that the illusory energy is insurmountable. No one can transcend the illusory energy of Maya by fruitive activities, speculative philosophy, or mystic yoga. The only means for transcendental energy, the only means for transcending illusory energy is devotional service. As the Lord himself states, Mam eva ye prapatyante mayam evang tavarantite. Bhagavad Gita 7:14. If one wants to cross over the ocean of material existence, there's no alternative than to take to devotional service. A devotee, therefore, should not care for any material position, whether in heaven or in hell. A pure devotee should always engage in the service of the Lord, for that is his real occupation. Simply by sticking to that position, one can overcome the stringent law of material nature. I told you it was the answer. The Lord is giving the answer. No philosophical speculation, no fruitive activity, and no mystic yoga can save us from Maya. It's a very important conclusion. Only devotional service. That's the very only thing which can save us. Philosophical speculation, that means to study and study and study and try to analyze everything. Fruitive activities means to counteract by doing different yagyas and worshipping devas and all kinds of austerities. Fruitive activity. Fruitive activity means I do an activity just to get some certain result, like some business, mystical business. And mystical yoga means that you think through the yoga process, you will be able to conquer Maya. Hatha yoga, Karma yoga, Jnana yoga. Impossible. It's impossible. You cannot overcome the material energy. Daivi esha guna mayi mama mayaduratyaya mami vayi prapatyante mayamitak tarantite. This material energy is very difficult to overcome. Very, very, very difficult. There's only one thing which saves us. That is loving devotional service. And how do you achieve loving devotional service? First of all, you have to fall in love with Krishna, with the Gita, with the devotees who are surrounding you. When you fall in love with them, then they give you kind of enthusiasm to do some service. And that service, you should try to perfect it. Should try to make something wonderful. Everybody can do something wonderful. There was one lady, she joined our movement in Colombia. And she had 4 children. Children also became devotees. But she became attached to the deity. When she left the world, there was 99 dresses which she knitted by hand. 99, all life she was knitting for the Lord. Knitting means not stitching, but knitting with beautiful. But her knitting was perfect. It was really like fancy dresses. Similar thing happened in Guayaquil. The mother of Arundhati, she also took initiation, but she never lived in a temple. But all her life she made dresses for Lord Chaitanya. Unbelievable. Then she chanted Hare Krishna and left the world. This is devotional service. You get so absorbed in some service that you feel, this is my life. This is my life. I do this. I will spread Krishna's name in this way or that way. And it's also important, you see, to engage others. There has to be enthusiasm for what you do, and then you can contagiously impress it upon others. Because in the end of the day, we are a family and we want to do something for Krishna. We want to make Krishna happy. Because he's the supreme enjoyer of this family. He's even more. Enjoyer is like, he's the divine recipient of our affection. And because I love him, I love his devotees, I love his service. Like Kishori, she comes every year to Vrindavan because she loves Krishna, she loves Vrindavan. Nobody told her you have to come to Vrindavan. But I've always told her, very nice, we like you, we want your help there. Now her problem is, she's also temple president in Berlin. Now she has her love in Berlin and her love also here. So she has to divide. So amazing, devotional service. Some service, what can you do with that service? You really can't tell what to do with Saraswati Kunja. How to make it an amazing place for the devotees and for preaching. I can only see one person who can do this right now. I don't know. Sometimes we are put into situations we cannot imagine. Saraswati Kunja is our Mataji ashram in Mayapur. Beautiful place, right on the bank of the Jalangi Saraswati. And like this, everybody can get some seva. And what seva? You see, it develops by our love and our commitment. We ask our spiritual master, what shall I do? What do you want me to do? He will always say the same, give Krishna to others. Because we have ear and we have tongue. What for? Listening about Krishna, speaking about Krishna. Harikatha, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Shakyam, Atman, Nivedanam. If you speak about Krishna, then people will ask, what can we do for Krishna? What can we do? This is not always easily answered, really. I have some general idea, and I always tell others, please do something for this idea. How far it will go, what kind of details will develop, I don't know. Somehow or other by this, Vrinda Kunja appeared, Yamuna Kunja appeared, Vansi Kunja appeared, Thakurji appeared, you appeared. Everything is kind of a divine plan. Now, if you feel that divine plan is God's plan for me, wow, then you're set. Then you're set. Then you know what you have to do. Or then you start finding out what you have to do. In spiritual life, it's like that. Then you try, what means devotional service for me? First of all, chanting japa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That means, my dear Lord, please get me engaged in your service. If I'm not engaged in your service, my mind is going to drive me crazy. My mind is going to drag me here and there and everywhere, and I don't know what to do and where to fix my mind. I think we all know that problem, no? Like, we don't know what to do. When people come to me, one of the most frequent questions I hear is, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know. I'm young, I'm powerful, I'm intelligent, but I don't know what to do with my life. Which way to go, what to do. When I met Prabhupada, my Guru Paramatma, in Paris, I went in his room, and the first thing he said when he saw me and the other devotees, utilize your life to give to others what you receive from me. Within one sentence, he gave me a life assignment. That's not easy, huh? One sentence, life assignment. I'm sitting here on behalf of him. Only by his authority can I dare to sit and speak about Krishna. I'm a fallen soul. I've come to this world just like you, looking for whatever enjoyment in this material world. And I was very frustrated because I could never find that enjoyment. All I was finding was misery around me. So then by the grace of my Guru Deva, he came into my life and he said, serving Krishna is real beautiful, it's real nectar. It is Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram. It is truthful, it is based on auspiciousness, and it is beautiful. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. We are connected with the truth, we are connected with the eternity, and we are connected with samadhi, or the highest bliss. We want this. One time my Guru Dev said, let's see if I remember it well, he said, "You are sons and daughters of nectar. Do not be satisfied with anything less than nectar." And what is nectar? Honey? Most honey today is fake anyway.
Sugar mate.
Don't be satisfied with anything less than nectar. Nectar means devotional service. Serving Krishna from the core of your heart. Because serving Krishna means that what you try to do is an offering to your very, very creator, to the one who brought you into existence and who is inviting you to be with him in the eternal world, in eternity. The material world is quite a beautiful place, but wherever you look, it's misery. You see a big mountain, looks nice from far. If you're living on that mountain, there's misery, danger. Everything looks nice from far. But when you get close, you see the details, problems. Even with the devotees, looks so nice from far. When you get close, you see there's still ego. Still some ego problems there. Okay, and we have to overcome the ego problems. But it's like that. Spiritual life, intrinsic devotional relationship with God is pure samadhi, or it's pure bhakti, pure devotion. Here, Prabhupada mentions something very nice. He mentions well-intentioned. Actually, let me read it exactly what he said. The pure devotee is fully surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord, and the Lord takes charge of him, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. A pure devotee is somebody who has pure intention. Doesn't mean that he's already on the 100% level of never having a material thought or things like that. Still we are in the material world, but if your intention is, I want to serve, then you can be considered pure devotee. If that's what you want. If you want something else, but you say something else, then it's not pure. The pure intention. That's also what my Guru Dev, my Sanyas Guru Sridhar Maharaj, he emphasized that the pure intention, that is the criteria for progress. If you want to make spiritual progress in this life, have to have a pure intention. What is a pure intention? And you know pure intention for the rest of your life. A pure intention on the entire existence. What do you want to do with your soul, with your individuality, with your devotion, with your heart, with your scope of existence. If you want to serve the Supreme, the plan of God, if that is your pure intention, everything works out for sure. But if you're thinking, it's nice to serve God, but I should get some money. And how do we get some money? By some not so clean dealing. Then you lose the track. You see, this material world is very complicated. Selling alcohol, selling drugs, selling meat, selling all kinds of negative things that makes a lot of money. If you just want to sell puffed rice, you're not going to be very rich. You may be making a living, but so the material world is full of temptations. Temptations to lie, temptations to cheat, temptations to deviate. And that is exactly where we need help. And that help we get from the Mahamantra and from the association of devotees. In the association of devotees, you can get straightened out. Your mind gets straightened out. Okay. This is the way to do it. I'll tell you one story. When I was a hippie, I was traveling in Germany, and one night I didn't know where to sleep. And there were some young people that said, come with us, we have a kind of a commune house. So I went with him to the commune house. And they had a nice big house, there was a little fire, and everybody was sitting around the fire, they were drinking and smoking. And then they started telling their stories. Each one told the story what he had been stealing that day. They were like, I don't know what, some communist rebels. So they thought if we steal something from a supermarket or from a rich man, it's like a good thing. So they were like proud of their story. I went and took a television from the big store. I went with a worker's dress, nobody stopped me. Another person told another story. And I was sitting there, a young guy said, I'm here in a den, in a robbers, what you would call it, a robber's den. Something where the thieves are meeting at night to tell their stories. And I was like, oh my God, where did I get? So next morning I ran away. Because tell me what association you have, and I tell you who you are. If I would have stayed there, they probably would have made me a thief also, by association. So this is a dangerous place, this material world. Very dangerous. And to be sattvic, to be in the mode of goodness, to only eat pure food, to cultivate your own food on your own land, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Like, we have some lands. By Krishna's grace, in my life, I got some lands. For Krishna, not for me. I own nothing in this world. But I can't get many people to work on the land for Krishna. Because to work on the land for Krishna, you have to get your hands dirty in the land, and you have to become a farmer. I grew up on the land, on the countryside. Farmer gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He only has one pant, which maybe he changes once in 6 months or 1 year. And he works in the morning and puts the seed and everything. I myself went out and picked the potatoes from the land. You get very dirty. It's not dirt. Mother Earth is never dirt. Mother Earth is nectar. But it looks like dirt. Mother Earth and water becomes mud, and then you become very muddy. But I, even though we have land, the people who were grown up in the city, they don't want to do this farmland work. They feel like, oh, we are blue, white collar worker. So everything is difficult in this world, but don't give up. Try to realize your ideals. Just try to do it. Whatever comes from it, Krishna will bless you. Just make sure Krishna is the center of it. Even here in Vrindavan, we want to make things so beautiful. But we have 100 monkeys who want to destroy everything which we make beautiful. And they're working more hard than us. So, what to do? In Vrindavan, you have to live with the monkeys. When I first got here, I thought I'll be smart. So I got one of these electric fences to put all around, with one like they have in Europe for the cows, which they put like ding, ding, they put electricity. So I invested a lot of money, put the fence around, and then I saw the monkeys playing on the wires, and they say they were having like nice jumping experience. I said, forget it. Forget it. So this is the idea of the Srimad Bhagavatam is very clear. And here the Supreme Lord is instructing Prithu Maharaj, and he says, you don't worry about it. Everything will be looked after. If you have the pure intentions, be patient, preach every day, tell everybody about Krishna, get everybody enthusiastic. Land, there's everywhere there's land. How to make good use of the land, that's another story. But land is everywhere. Bricks also you can get anywhere. You will see that Krishna's plan is amazing. I definitely have seen in my lifetime what my Guru Dev, Srila Prabhupada, did for the world. Absolutely amazing. And it is still starting just. Prabhupada's work for the world is not at all. It's just in the initial phase. But one thing is important. Everything comes from his love, but everything will depend on your love. Because you can say, oh, Prabhupada left everybody, now I can do any nonsense. No. You have to imbibe the love of Prabhupada in your type of relationship. Patient, never become angry with nobody, Be always soft and convinced. Chant Hare Krishna. Read the Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Just like Mahananda, he gave us these verses today. And you'll be surprised. On the way, we were talking about the same subject.
Yes.
On the way, we were discussing how to put energy, what to do. A devotee, he is a true friend of everybody. Because a devotee doesn't have any other intention. He doesn't want to exploit anybody. And he's also not indifferent. He really cares for others. That's, if you care for Prabhupada, you must care for everybody, because Prabhupada cares for everybody. That's very beautiful. In the practical life, it may be difficult, but somebody comes in here, immediately we care for him. Why you have come here? Why did Krishna bring you here? Can we inspire you? Can we give you good idea? I know you're going to be gone. Tomorrow you'll be somewhere else. I hope you never forget Prabhupada. Prabhupada can stay with you. Vanipedia.com. In the internet. Vanipedia.com. You have hundreds of thousands of classes of Srila Prabhupada at your disposal. You can listen to my Guru Deva's own words. More than I'm listening every night, some class, but more than when I was a young devotee, to get some message of Prabhupada, it was rare. We got a tape. Somebody sent a tape recorder. Wow, the whole temple was sitting around the tape recorder. Listen what Prabhupada said. Not today. Today you have everything at the tip of the hand. In your telephone, you have the entire Prabhupada lectures. Thousands of lectures of Prabhupada in your phone. The new technology just is being crazy. When I was a brahmachari, we went on book distribution. So we had a bag, heavy bag full of books. And we would say, my friend, please take one of these books. No, I'm not interested. Please. What do you mean you're not interested? This is about your soul. This is about your journey in this world. And then they say, maybe okay. Then I said, now you give a donation. Oh, no, I don't give a donation. Well, if you don't give a donation, how are you going to print more books? Okay, take a donation. So like that was my activity as a young man. Book distributor of Srila Prabhupada. And we were thinking, we want to give all of Prabhupada's books, all of them, we want to give them into every home in the world. The plan is fulfilled. Now everybody has all of Prabhupada's books in his phone, plus his songs, plus his pictures. Everything. You can get more Prabhupada from your phone than I had when I was his disciple. That's by technology. So technology may have many bad things, but from that point of view, technology is just too much. Too much, too wonderful. So I could say my young man's purpose was fulfilled. Prabhupada's books are available in every town and village in the world, and in all languages.
Yes.
Oh. Unbelievable. And who did that work? Prabhupada's devotees. They worked millions and millions of hours of translating, typing, presenting, so that all this is available. Really amazing. Because Prabhupada's devotees, they learned from Prabhupada to do devotional service. They did not get paid for that. I printed many books of Prabhupada in many languages. I didn't get a salary for that. Not a penny. Because it was our service. I was in charge of Prabhupada's book printing in Swedish, in Danish, in Finnish. Then I went to Germany for a short while. I helped with the printing in German. Then I went to Brazil. I took over the printing of Prabhupada in Portuguese. Later, we started our own printing department in Colombia called Seva. Published hundreds and thousands of books. So, printing Prabhupada's books and also the books of the other acharyas, not Srila Sridhar Maharaj's books, they are incredible. You have to read this one book, Sri Guru in His Grace. Oof, that explains the Guru Tattva better than anywhere. Then you understand Guru Tattva. From Sri Guru in His Grace. Yes, you load it down. Sridhar Maharaj. So, many things have been fulfilled. But still we are in Panyalis. We are just in the very beginning. In Panyalis means we are still in the diaper state. Still in the very early moment. Because Krishna consciousness has to go to every town and village. Look at the politicians today. Just to give you one example. American politicians, Russian politicians, the 99% of the politicians, not much hope when you hear them, when you see what they're doing. No, it's not very nice. And when you listen to them, they have nothing good to say. And the people suffer from that, like anything, everywhere. So, why not the day may come that they discover that Srila Prabhupada gave the right instructions. And that we should follow those instructions. First thing, stop meat eating. First thing, stop slaughtering animals. The slaughtering of animals is the cause of all the wars and all the misery. And then stop intoxicating the body. Because if you're drinking alcohol or you're doing any other drug, you will not understand Krishna consciousness. You will not. You need a clear mind to understand. You need a clear mind plus mercy. Then the next thing is, don't waste your time gambling. All life is gambling. People gamble. It's like an addiction, the gamble addiction. So don't gamble. It's against Krishna consciousness. And finally, don't have sex if you don't want to have children. If you want to have children, beautiful, all blessings upon your sex life. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am the sex life which is not against the religious principles. But to have sex without the purpose of having children, that is dangerous. That is dangerous, and it is almost sure to bring about some misery. And karma is there. So, therefore Prabhupada said, no illicit sex. And he himself got his disciples married because he wanted to have them children. Vaishnava children are so beautiful. I love all the children. All the children. Taking care of children, bringing them to Krishna consciousness is very beautiful. But a very hard work. Don't think that's an easy thing. Very hard work, especially when the children get the phone. And the phone drags them into all kinds of nonsense ideas. Very soon they don't listen to the parents. I've seen kids with 3 years so attached to the little phone with the little baby games. When the mother wanted to take away the phone, the little kid was swearing at the mother. You are bad, you don't want me to enjoy. Swearing. A 3-year-old kid at his own mother. Have you seen such a thing? It's true, huh? So these phones are also very dangerous. So bringing up Krishna conscious children in this world today, that's a hero job. So Prabhupada, he gave us a foundation, some simple, it's not complicated, just say follow those 4 principles and chant Hare Krishna and do devotional service. Do some devotional service. Something. Figure it out. You know, I am trying to figure out devotional service for hundreds of people in my life. I mean, when figure it out means get an idea and convince them. Hey, this is a good idea. You can do that. Very hard work to give service to others. And if they are very intelligent, it's more difficult. How are you going to give a service to a very intelligent person? It has to be an intelligent idea, right? Otherwise, they will say, it's frustrating. I don't know. Krishna's plan. Krishna's plan. Like what happened in South America, I tell you. Not with my planning, but whenever we bought some land, or we got some land by Krishna's mercy, it happened to be in the area of a native tribe. Just like you have native tribes there. So our farms, they're the Yaguitas, in Chile, the Yaguitas, in the south, the Mapuches, in San Pedro Atacama, the Aymaras, in Bolivia, the Aymaras, in Peru, the Ashaninkas, in Ecuador, the Quichuas, in Colombia, the Coquis, the Arhuacos, and so many other tribes, Ambega, Domi. Altogether, only Colombia has like 110 tribes. Total South America, minimum 2,000. In India, there are so many tribes. 30.
In our region, in my
So I happen to have land in their area. But I didn't know them because I was preaching in the cities. And in the cities, in South America, the people who live in the cities, they're what you call them, mezclados,
Mestizos.
mestizos. They're all mixture. A little African, a little Spanish, a little this, a little that. Or some white people, they're proud, they think, oh, we are the better ones, we are white. It's like the normal stupid ID in the material world. So then at some point, by the grace of Krishna, I got in contact with the indigenous people. And I was preaching to the indigenous people. And then I realized their philosophy and our Krishna conscious philosophy is very similar. Is not huge difference. Respecting Mother Nature, looking after the water, and so many things. So I could understand, wow, this is very interesting. And Prabhupada, he told us, we can never use our philosophy to make anybody feel unhappy. So we preach to them, encouraging them. Of course, we gave out lots of prasada. And they know now, at this moment in the world, in all the indigenous worlds in the world, they know the Hare Krishnas have the best food. And it's all vegetarian. And when I went to South Africa, to the World Parliament of Religion, there was the Hope Center in the south. And that was the place where the conference took place. There were 7,000 delegations. And in the basement, there was a huge, and all the people were eating prasadam. The Christian priests, the Buddhist monks, because it was a parliament of world religion. There were people from all religions. And they were all eating pakoras, samosas, and the devotees were serving them with so much love. And in the same area, on the end, there were like 10 little stands selling hot dogs. Nobody went there. These poor hot dog people, they had a big loss in that festival. Everybody was taking Govinda's prasad. And they were commenting, the Hare Krishnas, they have the best food. That's what Prabhupada accomplished. And by food, also the indigenous people, they all love Krishna prasad. So in this way, our preaching is like different in different moments. One indigenous lady came to me and said she wanted to be initiated. I said to her, yes, you can become part of us, but you should not change your dress. You should not change your indigenous identity. Because your